Good morning and welcome to Friday Vespers, or good evening, for November 6th. Today we're talking about being weary. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling weary from my head to my toes and deep into my bones. I feel as if I could sleep and sleep and sleep and never wake up feeling refreshed. I said something to my spouse about this, and his response was, "Well, I don't know. It's not as if you've been through anything stressful over the past few days." And as I thought about it, I figured that many of you are likely feeling the same way, just weary, mind, body, and soul. And not only from the past few days, but from the past many months, the past few years. We've been through a lot that has been joy draining, challenging to our minds and the well being of our souls. The reading I've got for you tonight, or this morning, whenever you're viewing this, is from Lamott's book, Stitches, a handbook on meaning, hope, and repair. While it is hard to fathom who we are and how we are to live when public chaos shatters our routine, the slow motion pain of each private death and cataclysm we endure is harder. Each slams us off our feet, yet we have agreed to pretend to be fine again at some point, ideally as soon as possible, so as not to seem self indulgent or embarrass anybody. Then people can get on with their lives. Sometimes, after a disaster or a great loss, when we are hanging on for dear life, we struggle to understand how we will ever be able to experience cohesion and safety again. The aspects of life that we treasure and have garnered over time because they are so lovely and go together are gone. We may feel as if we've been handed ugly patches for our quilt that clash with one another, brown Hawaiian print, say, along with orange Rob Roy tartan and three squares of vomitous sea green foam upholstery. At this point, a reasonable person can't help think how grotesque life is. It can so suck, to use the theological term. It can be healthy to hate what life has given you and to insist on being a big mess for a while. This takes great courage, but then at some point, the better of two choices is to get back up on your feet and live again. This is the tried and true method of left foot, breathe. Or if you can become a fundamentalist, perhaps Opus Dei or Anabaptist. Or you can start to sew around the quilt with the same, or the quilt squares with the same color embroidery thread. This unifies your incompatible patterns, textures, and colors. It graces as an unexpected bond, grace as surprise. Stitching with the same color thread might mean regular contact with a few trusted friends, the three people you can currently bear who don't make your skin crawl. Daily rituals, especially walks, even forced marches around the neighborhood, and schedules, whether work or meals with non awful people, can be the knots you hold on to when you've run out of rope. What if you bordered each square with mossy green thread? Maybe the Hawaiian floral will look peaceful next to the sea foam, palm trees growing near the water. And nothing complements orange like dark green, showcasing a crazy plaid burst of sun. The unifying colors can decrease the sense of shock, mismatch, and jostle that you feel. They may give you respite from the worst of the pain so that some time might tiptoe past. They may give you the momentary illusion that you are getting over this devastating loss, which is not a bad thing. Lamott goes on to talk about more grievous loss, the kind that we cannot move beyond, but that's a subject for another day. For now, let's deal with what we can, and that's this turmoil in which we're currently living and the impact it's having upon us. Let's remember that we do have a great deal of control over ourselves and our lives. We still have our voices and our votes, for what that's worth, and we shall keep on keeping on because God calls us to do just that. And we shall keep on breathing in the Spirit who blesses us with this surprising, amazing, beautiful ability to slow our breathing and the beat of our hearts, and to be still and know that God is still God, no matter what's happening around us. So let's just breathe and know and be and give thanks, and sometimes ask for a little help. And as we wait for those answers from the people on the news, let's exhale our anxiety and our constant need to know everything, and the feeling that all will fall apart if we don't get the answers we hope for. Because as we breathe in again, we remember that God is still good, and God is still with us, and God still equips us with everything we need to get through all that comes our way, even when it seems really, really difficult. May you find the peace the Spirit is breathing into you and around you. May you find rest for your weary body and soul. And may you find some pleasant diversion for your mind when you just can't turn it off. Peace to you. Have a beautiful, non-anxious weekend. Bye-bye.